All right, everybody. Yesterday I did not get through all of the word problems, so I'm going to go over a couple more here in this next video. So here's the first one. Andrea selling candles as a fundraiser. She plans to sell candles at $8 each and has enough supplies to make 76 candles. Go ahead and come up with the equation that represents how your costs will change depending on how many candles are sold. So go ahead and write this equation now. All right, here's the equation you should have come up with, or something similar to this. Y equals 8x. I am not going to use the 76. That just tells me the most that she can have. It does not apply to my actual equation. All right, so my domain is my x values. The question is, what is the x value? Well, they said she plans to sell candles for $8 each. So x would then be the number of candles. Well, what's the least that she can sell? Probably 0. She doesn't sell any at all. Probably not a good fundraiser if that happens. Less than or equal to x. Less than or equal to, what's the most she can sell? 76. This is the goal right here. Hopefully that she ends up selling that 76. Makes a lot of money for that. All right, so I got 0, less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 76. Now let's go over our range. What's the range? What does our y represent? Well, x is the number of candles. Range is the money. How much money she makes. Well, what's the lowest amount she can make? Well, if she doesn't sell any, how much is she going to make? Hopefully everyone's saying $0. Less than or equal to y. Less than or equal to, what's the most that she can make? Well, if I'm looking at this, I have 76 candles. I probably need to find out what 76 times 8 is. And I'll see that ends up being $608. So that's how much, the most amount of money she can make if she sells every single candle that she's got. All right, guys, that is this other word problem. Let's go ahead on to the next one. All right, you are at a port, Carnival. I think that's what it says. At the cruise ship terminal and are about to depart for, not gonna lie, guys, I might butcher this, Nassau, Bahamas. You are currently 306 miles away from your destination. The cruise ship will travel at an average speed of 20 miles per hour. Write an equation that represents how your distance to the Bahamas changes over time. Okay? How is it changing? So, y here. What's my y represent? Let's see. How your distance to the Bahamas changes. So I gotta know my distance. What's my distance to get to the Bahamas? My y equals 20x. Well, really, it should probably be 306 minus 20x because we're at 306 miles. 306 miles, and we're subtracting how many miles we're going until we can get there. So yeah, that's the equation that we want on this one. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's come up with our domain. The lowest amount away I could be. Let's see, domain is my x. X represents hours. X represents our hours this time. All right. And range is going to represent our distance away. So actually range in this case ends up being easier. We know our range, the lowest is 0, less than or equal to y, less than or equal to 306. Our domain, on the other hand, is our x, okay? So what are our possible x values? So what could we possibly do here? So on this one, if my y was 0, I would need to go ahead and solve for x. So solve for x, I got 20x equals 306. Divide by 20. X equals whatever 306 divided by 20 is. Sorry guys, I cannot do that one in my head either. That's 15.3. Our other option is a y value of 306. If that's the case, we see 306 equals 306 minus 20x minus 306 minus 306. Those cancel, I'm left with 0 equals negative 20x, meaning x equals 0 in this situation. So, which that makes sense. Domain could be lowest number is 0, less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 15.3. So, lowest amount of time would be 0, highest amount of time, 15.3. I know that one was a little bit more difficult, guys. That's probably one of the hardest ones that you would hopefully have to deal with. Otherwise, hopefully they're more like the other ones we did. All right? As always, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out. Today you should be working on that Kahoot for today. That's today's assignment, is to work on that Kahoot to practice for your quiz tomorrow. All right, good luck, guys.